At CES this year, I'm hoping to see, because I'm focused on advanced TV specifically, about the evolution and continuation of consumer personalization and hear from clients and brands and how they feel about that. Essentially using data to drive the right message to the right person at the right time, which we know is very important. That's very central to what we do at Publicis and at PMX Lift specifically, where we partner with Epsilon to help consult agency and client teams on what the most ideal audience is to run in TV environments and how to actually execute that. So hearing from clients and brands specifically at what point they're still seeing pain points is really valuable for us to see how we can help solve that problem for them.
And with your expertise in personalization, what would you suggest marketers need to know about viewer engagement across CTV and advanced TV and linear?
Well, within advanced TV specifically, I would say they need to know that it's exponentially becoming more and more fragmented. So when I'm consulting clients, I try to remind them to always consider how they, as a consumer, engage with content, because the reality is that viewers are watching across different devices in the home, different screens, different networks, different buying modalities. And to them, TV is TV. So to them, it doesn't really matter if it's running across cable or broadcast, or they're watching on a smart TV app or like a content service. It's TV. So it's great news for consumers because linear has been decreasing slightly over the past few years. So there's more choice than ever within these other platforms. And it's also great for marketers because as we see that linear deprecation, we want to make sure that we're making up for that viewership in platforms like addressable and CTV. However, it does make the landscape super challenging to navigate. So it's really hard to manage reach and frequency and manage for that holistic user experience.
And especially when you're talking about cross-channel video advertising. So how do you reconcile that with the growth of CTV?
Because it's difficult to navigate and there's a lot of growth in CTV specifically, it can be challenging to think about how to message, but I think that there's a lot of opportunity. Again, with linear declining in its viewership, it's still a very important channel for clients, and we know that. Addressable and CTV solutions can be seen as a complement to help continue to grow and scale and get more reach across platforms. And the good news is as they grow, they're data-driven. So these solutions allow for more advanced targeting capabilities and more holistic measurement that is more advanced for them to get more actionable insights and drive more meaningful engagements.
And so now that we're towards the end of the year, are you guys about to roll out anything new at PMX Lift, or are you announcing anything at CES? What's new?
Lyft has been a practice since 2021 within Publicis, so we're coming up on our fourth year. And in 2024, one focus I was really entrenched in and really excited to grow was focusing on helping local clients. So we took the learnings that we've seen in the advanced TV space nationally and really applied those to specifically help clients with a regional focus in order to drive as much scale as possible, which we know is more and more difficult in these local specific DMAs, because we also want to ensure we're not oversaturating across all those different buying modalities we talked about. So that was 2024. Moving into 2025, I think that there's many different focus areas. I don't know exactly what they'll be coming out with at CES on those panels, but a couple of focus areas I'm excited about. One is ensuring that we're reaching the population appropriately and at a representation that reflects the country's makeup. So targeting in terms of diverse audiences will be really important for us. And second, a huge stronghold in TV today is still sports. And we know that those viewers are super important to a lot of brands. So we want to make sure that we have focus on reaching those viewers using a ton of rich data signals that we get through Epsilon and building that out as a solution for our clients. And then I would just say Publicis as a whole really, really values the idea of truly connected media across channels. So I think as a group, what you'll see coming out of us recently will be expanding beyond advanced TV and looking at other channels where we can solve fragmentation for clients.
I gather this isn't going to be your first CES rodeo. What pro tips can you share for first timers?
First and foremost, I'm sure everyone says it, but comfy shoes and hydrate. It's a marathon, not a sprint. But I think on that same note, my biggest advice would be to manage your schedule. So ahead of going, make sure that you're checking out the event lineups, and seeking out people that you don't necessarily work with every day or hear from all the time, but are curious about. Because I think that CES, the whole idea behind it is it's a huge showcase. There's a lot of different things that are covered, but you're able to hear perspectives that you maybe don't hear from your day-to-day media bubble. So I think that's really important. But the biggest thing I would say is make sure to not overschedule. Rookie mistake. You will need time to travel between events. Remember that. So don't have back-to-back meetings all day and events that you're seeing, but try to make the most of your time while you're there.